Hello earth signs, welcome to your reading. This is going to be for all the earth signs, so Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, you're all welcome here, and your cards are already flying out, so let's go. The initial E is important. The universe is doing something. If you've been feeling in the energy around you that something is happening, it's true. Like I feel like the universe is pushing out some like fated events, fated changes. All right, for earth signs, the number 3 is very important. One more. I'm in this state of feeling lost, and I don't know why. For you guys, you might be feeling quite lost. Like you're not able to see what's around you. So like, it's almost like you're in a bit of a bubble. And this can mean so many different things. Like, it's almost this energy of either maybe you're not really seeing the good that you have around you, or maybe you're like disassociating. Like I don't know what this feeling is, but I'm almost like seeing you, you know, in the movies where it's just white all around. I'm seeing a bit like this. It's almost like you're just standing there and everything else around you is like a fog, like a smoke. And I'm gonna explain to you why that is when I figure it out. I just kind of feel like there's this energy of maybe you're being called to do that. All right. Moving away, let me just make sure I see everything that is going on for you guys at this time. The other signs had, not to rub it in, the salt in the wound here, but the other signs were so upbeat. And it feels like the earth signs are struggling a little bit. Now, because we have the first card being the fates, again, as I said, the universe is up to something. The universe is changing things around us. Fated situations are going to be happening. So try not to resist. Try not to force things. All right, very important. Because it feels like the universe has got your back in something. But it really feels... earth signs. Like I'm not like I have to tell you the things that I'm channeling. You guys can definitely skip ahead if you wish, and I'll probably be more clearer. But it's like it's showing me like a screw that just needs tightening. And I don't mean to say you got a screw loose, but it just feels like something needs tightening. What could they mean by that? I feel like this has some connection to why you're not feeling very present. You know, like this disassociating, like you could just be up in your head a little bit more. You might definitely be like... It's very interesting. I might try to clarify this with some tarot cards. So we do have some significance to do with a relationship coming up. It feels like you're understanding deeper why this person is in your life or was in your life. I'm not sensing anything good or bad here, so I can't quite tell whether it's past, present, whatever. See, because you're feeling lost, I'm feeling lost in your reading. I'm going to clarify with this, and hopefully it starts to make more sense to me and I can explain. So the initial M is coming through, could have some significance. All right, interesting. Clarify that for me. There is a feeling of being stuck. That's what it is. And I'm almost feeling like how long can I be strong for is what I'm picking up on. And that could be how you're feeling. But I'm sensing that you're feeling like something is not moving forward. It's come to an end. I do sense that something is completed its cycle, but for some reason there is a lack of movement beyond that. It's hard to move away from it. It's hard to not think about it. It's hard to move on from it. And that's okay. However, I think that this is what's causing you to feel a little bit stuck, and maybe this is why we're like feeling lost, is because I'll show you. So, Strength card came through. You are strong, Earth signs. I have to say this to you. You're incredibly powerful, all right? Because you're showing up the Strength card. And not only is it about having the power of the beast here and the strength of the beast, of the lion, but it's also about having that nurturing energy that the maiden has. And you know how to balance it. You are kind, but you're also powerful. So that's amazing. It kind of is showing me that you're going through a difficult stage, but you are pushing through it with that Strength card. But the Six of Swords coming reverse, like, by the way, these cards are usually always in the upright, and recently they've just been switching themselves around, so I'm gonna let my deck do its thing. But this is about a lack of forward movement. Usually it's about, you know, being able to escape a chaotic situation and the waters calm down eventually, you know, moving towards a better place. It's like you're not moving, and I'm sensing that something ended. Chaos died down, but it's like there's a lack of movement away from it. And then where we're feeling stuck is this Nine of Swords. We're repeating things over. We're feeling stuck. We're feeling lost. Some of you just haven't moved away from a very conflicting period, and this may have, you know, personally, subconsciously, should I say, got to you. So now we're repeating those fears. We are constantly thinking about something that upset us. And you're having strength. You're pushing through it. You're dealing with things beyond this. But this is where I'm sensing some dissociation. Because it's almost like you're living a situation over and over every single day. That's tough for you. You know? So as much as you're being strong, I do feel deep down you're like, how long for, you know? All right. This could be pertaining to a relationship. All right, let's clarify the Six of Swords in reverse. All right, I have to explain something to you. Six of Swords, I kind of feel like it is a bit of like, you have the well in front of you. The well is a very beautiful card for the fact that I imagine it literally like a well in front of you with millions of opportunities that you can choose from. New beginnings, new things, new hobbies. You have unlimited choice in front of you and complete capability within yourself to pick one and to do it. But there is a fear of moving forward for some reason. Because I'm seeing, again, I feel like something has ended, but there is a lack of movement beyond something that happened. There has been no new beginning since. So the well being here says, if you want things to move forward, really want things to move forward, you have to make a choice to do something different, to change your environment, to do something, to just pick a new beginning. Okay, I was gonna say something just then. Okay, for some of you, the thing that might be stopping you is some kind of fear that's going on here. And again, it could just be a fear of success or a fear of moving away from something, or, you know, if I don't think about this, then am I gonna get things wrong? Or if I move forward, is it just gonna happen to me again? You know, if I do this, it's kind of, you're feeling like taking that step forward, moving away from something is gonna be a bad thing. But the well here is saying it doesn't have to be, absolutely not. I think you're feeling a bit stuck. This is why you're disassociating those. I think there's a lot going on up in your head here. So you have the fates coming through. You are protected. You are guided. Things are going to start changing around you for a reason. We have higher power coming through, which is about you unlocking divine knowledge around this time here, Earth signs, where you're really going to see the truth. So don't you worry. This little light is going to come through and find you, and it's going to help you to navigate out of a situation that you're currently through, even if it's just a vibe. You know, if you may be feeling quite clouded, you're going to be helped out of this situation, which is good. We then have not for you. So for some of you, there is a truth that you guys are going to be seeing, and it is just the fact that something's just not supposed to be in your life, or we're not supposed to be in that situation anymore. You know, it's not working out for you. Clarify the not for you card, please. It could, again, be the stuck energy. This is something that we need to get out of. Of course, easier said than done. I completely get it. But it is what the card is saying. So they're saying here, you just have to take a leap of faith. You have to trust within yourself, trust within the universe that taking a leap of faith, doing something different, walking away from something is going to be good for you. What you're fearful of is that things are going to repeat themselves, or that you're stuck and that's it. The Eight of Swords is really about being up in your head. And when we're up in our head, I understand earth signs, it really is just the fact of like, this could go wrong, and then this could happen, and then what if I do this, or I can't do this because this is still around, and we can create a lot of excuses for ourselves. And I'm not seeing this as an excuse, but I am seeing this as a misjudgment. That's what it feels like. You're assuming the worst. It is fearful, yes. As you can see, the Eight of Swords has tied itself up. I cannot move, and I will not move. Otherwise, I'll step into one of these swords. You're resisting a leap of faith that needs to happen because something is not working out for you, or something just isn't for you. Sometimes this is like relationships, job situations, whatever it is, because at the end of the day, it's like a game here. Now it's turning into a game where, the universe doesn't want you to play that game. It wants you to do something different. So one thing I have to say is, don't give your time and energy to anybody who is just playing you, who is just trying to play a game, or is just trying to get something from you, or is trying to test you, because there could be strategy involved. There could be somebody who is just out for themselves, or again, this way of thinking just is not for you. It's not a fair game, because if we're thinking negatively or we're assuming the worst, it ends up being a self-fulfilling prophecy, not just because we're manifesting something, but because, have you ever seen it where, let's say, oh, this person could never like me, and this person could never do this, when in reality, they definitely could, but because you aren't approaching them the way that you would normally if you didn't have these fears, this person thinks you need more time to yourself, to love yourself more before they, do anything. You see what I'm saying? There's a million of examples I could say. Wasn't the best one, but that's just me. But I hope you guys understand what I'm saying, is that sometimes we stumble when we're nervous. We stumble when we're already assuming the worst. When in reality, if we were confident, we would not have done that. So there is this calling to take a leap of faith here, and it is about being in your own energy, loving your own energy, instead of being in this restricted, refined energy environment. It's about being free. The Nine of Pentacles is all this space to roam and do its own thing, money to spend, things to do, rather than keeping yourself stuck. So for a lot of you, there is an energy here saying that this lifestyle, this way of being right now, disassociating, of course you can't help that. I definitely recommend you to speak to somebody if that is a very severe problem for you. But I think you're seeing the truth out of a situation, which is very good for you. All right. The enlightenment will be good for you, not the situation. Clearly the situation is not right for you. All right. But it's truth that's coming through. This new way of seeing things is going to be very much better for you. You're going to start becoming a lot more in tune with your intuition. All right. Just clarify this white energy. This is you really trying to tap into your potential, trying to tap into your path. You're asking yourself and the universe certain specific questions. You're becoming more curious. But it does come after we detach from something that's just not right for us. Paired with this, we have the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles, which is really, really good, by the way, guys. So this could just be you learning as you go when it comes down to your emotions. The Knight of Pentacles is very stable, very secure. So you could be really learning more about yourself, learning more about the life that you're living. Like, there's something to do with, this is you here. The Queen of Cups comes first, is how I'm viewing it. You're becoming a lot more emotionally invested in your life. You're becoming a lot more... you're cherishing your emotions a lot more, even if emotions can sometimes be bad. Your senses are becoming balanced, your emotions are becoming balanced, your love for life, your sometimes sensitive energy or understanding is not a bad thing. You're just using it in a better way. I think you're really coming into a phase in your life earth signs where you're actually understanding a bit better about why you are the way that you are. The Queen of Cups is very good with advice. You guys are very good with your advice, but maybe have not been so good at taking it within yourself. But this is a time where you're actually using your intuition. She's very intuitive, to solidify your steps moving forward. So before, maybe they were a little bit erratic. Maybe your career was really based on your emotions. So when you weren't feeling good, you weren't working very well, you weren't achieving very well. If things were going on in your life and your emotions were a little bit here, there, everywhere, then it would affect this. I think you're coming out of yourself. I think you're knowing how to ground yourself. And I think that for some of you, you could actually be using your intuition as a source of income. You could be using your empathic skills as a source of income. You could be using it to help others, to learn more. I am seeing some sort of education coming through, so you guys could be... The country Turkey is coming up for some reason. I just saw the flag for some reason, but anyway. Don't know. What am I seeing? But I'm seeing this in the sense that you're using your skills, your way of being. You are the Queen of Cups in this case, to solidify the steps moving forward. You're using your skills, your emotions to really ground. So you might be really sensing where you're going before you then plant that seed. Like this is very good for you, the way that you're doing things. And again, with this Akashic Records, maybe for some of you, you could actually be really, doing your own tarot, or using your intuition, that time that you have to yourself to really think about things and speak to the universe and speak to whoever it is you like to speak to up there. It feels like that's guiding you, that's helping you to come out of these emotions. You are an emotional being with the Queen of Cups. You're sensitive for a reason. You feel energies around you, but you're no longer you're more grounded. You're no longer disassociating and letting the emotions run wild or go completely numb, but you're allowing it to feed the seeds that you're planting. So career, incredible. Some of you, I do see trips and travels coming through, and I'm seeing some of you could be getting a new car, a new way of traveling, new motorbike, don't know, maybe just a bicycle, don't know. But you're grounding yourself now. You're finding yourself. This is all entirely to do with you when it comes down to your purpose. Okay? Anyway, we do have loyal hearts. And that came through with the Tower card. There's a sudden event happening when it comes down to your love life. Let's just clarify what this is. I kind of see this as being good news, so don't worry, fear not. The Tower card doesn't always have to be to do with bad things, but it is about sudden things, happening that may come as a shock, as you can see here. Because it came out with good cards, we have the Page of Wands and Six of Wands. So some of you are going to be gaining some attention. Maybe you're going to find yourself in a relationship very suddenly. You did not expect. This feels very good. This feels very divine. All right, for a lot of you. Six of Wands is feeling confident, feeling successful. And the Page of Wands is that flirtatious message. So some of you could be getting some attention online, or because Page of Wands sometimes is messaging for me. Dating, it could just be a very small compliment that ends up leading towards a relationship. Of course, things happen in between, but it's just that energy of it came as a surprise. It just came as a page and then ended up being this engagement, this commitment, this coming together, this blossoming, this growing. Whoever this is, this relationship, it's very good for you. Okay, so this could be new. This feels very sudden, or this feels like something that kind of just struck you or struck this person. All right, it does feel a little bit of love at first sight energy that I'm picking up on. At least for somebody with the Page of Wands here. All right, but this is a very healthy relationship because I'm seeing growth, which is amazing. But more in a sense of this is somebody who is going to really challenge you to grow, will love to see you grow, and it motivates you. And I think you did not have that in the past. I feel like maybe you had people who suppressed you, people who mocked you, people who, kind of second guessed you, oh, you could never do that, or don't do that, you'll look stupid. This person's not like that. This person, I'm not gonna lie to you, may have you up on a pedestal here. or maybe the other way around. It's just, there's an energy here of somebody being your biggest support. Like the Page of Wands is a messenger, and it kind of is being this showing me like this page kind of like complimenting always, you know, there's a very beautiful energy here. This person speaks very positively of you. The Artist, your message here, Earth signs, is to write your destiny. You're completely in control. Of course, there are always some things that are not. There's things that we cannot control, such as other people. What we can do is focus on what we want our life to look like, to feel like, what we want to have around us, and how does that make you feel. This is really about manifesting and creating. So for some of you, may go into much more of a creative career, but this is just creating your destiny here. Some of you are healing from certain friendships, or maybe some health issues that you may have been going through. I'm seeing some celebration when it comes down to that, or coming together when it comes down to that, okay? Don't know, some of you are going to be cutting out alcohol, I'm seeing, or cutting down alcohol. I'm seeing you kind of like, some of you guys could be taking some time out away from certain people, and I'm seeing almost like you're seeing them differently. Like, I think you might be changing friends, or maybe if you have been a bit of a hermit and preferring your own space, like rejecting other people, I think that you're going to be resting, rejuvenating your energy to then, you know, make more connections. I think there's something emotionally that we need to stabilize here, as you can see. Queen of Pentacles is in reverse here. We're not feeling like ourselves, so it can be very hard to be in the mix of everything, as they say. When you're not feeling grounded, it can really shake your energy up. All right, I'm gonna pull you some. Other cards. There we go. If I can get my words out. Color blue is important. So maybe you could be having like a baby boy, or something significant about a boy. Honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. All right, living in your truth is very important. We have courage, beautiful. We did have that in the beginning with the Strength card. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence, and sometimes that fear is just shaking things up a little bit, and you're like doing something different. Like, I shared a video the other day, and for some reason it's in my head now, so I'm gonna relate this message to it. Of like, sometimes we can be so like indulged in settling because it's predictable, because it's safe, because it doesn't require much from us, especially if you're already tired, you know. But sometimes we're tired because we're bored. Sometimes we're tired because we're complacent. Sometimes we're tired because all we're doing is giving all our dopamine to things that aren't really productive enough for us. And if we're wanting growth, if we're wanting to have a good life, it does mean that you're going to have to do things differently, and it does mean that you have to shake things up a little bit and bring excitement and fun and pleasure into your life. So it's about doing taking that courage to shake things up and know that you're going to be all right, you know, because I'm not talking about bad shakeups. I'm just saying making decisions that are difficult yet necessary. And of course, it's fearful at first. When you are courageous and you remember that you are capable of whatever comes your way once doing that, it can actually work out better than expected. And you have judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. So 2 of these cards speak of other people. Maybe some of you might have some fear in terms of relationships, all right, and getting into a relationship, because what if they're not honest to me? What if they do this and that to me? Again, don't do that. Try your best not to. Be present, be visual, see if there's any problems, communicate that. If you are having some red flags, then shake things up a little bit, you know? Don't be afraid. You're not stuck anywhere. You can make a decision. And it may be a hard decision, but you have courage for it. Same with careers, you know, we're like, I can't leave my job. If I leave my job, even though I'm unhappy, what am I going to do? But really, sometimes when we make that decision, we then have that sudden urge, okay, now I need to find something, you know, and that push sometimes is what leads us to the next thing that ends up being a lot more better and greater. And things like that. So we have family sorrow. Okay, some of you in the family may be grieving at this time, or there may be some difficulty in the family. We have romance in the air. So some of you guys are going to be getting some new romance, which we did have that. Yeah, there is something to do with family matters here. Seahorse came out with lightning. This says control your anger or you'll be sorry. So there may be some arguments in the family, or something that you may not like to do with somebody's relationship or anything. Yeah, family sorrow. This just came out here with teardrops, great personal sorrow. I would say be careful of engaging in family matters. Like if it doesn't concern you, stay out of it, because something could actually pee you off a little bit, Earth signs. But they're saying like it might not be to do with you directly. And this does say control your anger or you'll be sorry. Like you don't want to go stepping into some place that you don't know everything about. We have bat. Take care. Enemies are working against you. Just staying here. Watch what you're doing. I would say like not to care about other people. Absolutely not. Don't be afraid. These people can never get to you unless you let them, of course. Maybe this is what might be needing you to control your anger. You know, people might be wanting you to step out of line just so they can show everyone else. That's narcissistic behavior, by the way. Well, people will do that. Or people just might be wanting to sabotage your peace. They might just be wanting to mess things up in your life. So don't allow that. Try not to. You do seem to have some enemies or some jealous people, and that's all that it is. If you are experiencing any of that, then it's just asking for you to take a break. Take a vacation physically or mentally. That came out with the bat, so just pay attention to that, alright? Did I show you this? We have teardrops, great personal sorrow. So there is some sadness coming through. Earth signs. One more, please, for earth signs. Or two. We have wedge. This is to do with your work. Someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something that you want. This came out with desk. Pay attention to your work. And you have lily. Spiritual love. So you have some spiritual love around you, so do not worry. You are protected. If anyone is trying to get in the way of something, sabotage something, take a break. This is really saying to not react. Like everything will be okay and things are going to... We do have like underneath this, honor and respect will come to you. You have a crown. You will be successful. If anyone's trying to make your life worse, then damn, they need some help basically. But just try not to worry too much about it. And if you are experiencing a lot of sadness, don't be afraid to cry. Sometimes crying actually really helps you to get it out. It's like flushing it all out for you, Earth signs. So I apologize that this is not like the most positive reading, but you know, it is life. It does have a way of bringing up a mixture of everything in it. Hopefully next time be a lot more upbeat. But it does feel like you're currently going through something and, you know, pushing yourself out of something, and you will be great at it, all right? Just believe in yourself. Don't be afraid to take a leap of faith, even if you don't know where it's taking you. If you know it's going to be better than where you currently are at, then it's worth taking that risk, you know? But anyway, I love you guys. I really do wish you all the best. Thank you so much for being here with me. If you're here until the end, let me know down below, my legends. Like and subscribe if you wish, but I hope to see you guys next time. And there will be some individual readings eventually. I don't know what I'm doing, I'm just mixing it up, but I will be posting more now that I'm back. But yeah, I wish you guys all the best, and I hope to see you guys next time.